start to interact with the with our table, to interact, start inserting things in the database, retrieving it. To do that, we need to create what is called a repository. Right? A repository is responsible for implementing the interaction with our table, right? Things such as all the various CRUD operations that we would want to do, right? We want to be able to insert, right? We would like to be able to find by ID. We would like to be able to update, delete, right? Or retrieve all the records. Yes? Is it not? It is. Yeah. Yeah, the @ ID is what causes those two things. Yep. So what we're going to do is that we're going to create a repository. Again, a repository, the notion of repository, the concept is that it encapsulates all the various operations that we might want to do on a particular data set, right? So what we're going to do is that we're going to create a widget repository because we want to be able to create a repository, delete a repository, update, and whatnot. Yes? To do that, we're going to extend an interface that already implements most of this, right? That implements most of this. We just need to configure it. We need to say, hey, you know how to insert, update, delete. It only needs to know what is it that we want to insert, what is it that we want to delete, what is it that we want to retrieve from the database, yes? And to do that, we can configure it by passing it the class, right, the class that we want to start interacting with, right, which maps to a table in the database. It also needs the data type of the primary key of whatever it is that we are interacting with. So let's do that. Let's go back to our Java class here, and in here we're going to create another directory, another package, a new package, and we'll call it repositories. And in here we're going to create a new Java class, and we'll call it the widget repository. Okay, this repository, actually, this should not be a class, it should be an interface. And this interface is going to extend an existing implementation that does most of the work, right? So that we have to do minor updates to this, right? So the CRUD repository, it's part of the Spring Boot framework, and we just need to configure it and say, what is it that we want to insert, update, delete, select? We want to use widgets, that widget, right, which we just created. And the data type of the primary key, I believe it was integer. That's it. That's all we need to do. Right, this is enough to get us going, right, to start inserting into a database, retrieving things, and whatnot. Okay? All right, excellent. So let's see. Let's start using it. Right? Let's see if we can start retrieving data from this repository.